now. Okay, good. Okay, there's 2 more people to admit, and then we'll probably get going. And I can go over the templates. Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Igor here. I hope you're all doing very well. I thought earlier about sharing my Atos templates because people were asking about Atos, so I thought, why not? And also recently, I asked support at Atos to add the Bybit connector so that we can obviously use Atos with Bybit, because I believe majority now are using Bybit, so it would be nice to have that feature, because I really like Atos. I think it's just like a great platform. It's nice. You've got all the indicators and everything else, and I like TPOs that you can use it very well as well. And I've named my templates as like, for example, 0. That's where I start with the range. So usually I come in the morning and I just open this one up. I'll put onto the 1 hour. I'll just make sure that everybody can hear me. Can someone just say in the chat, yes, we can hear you? And then, yep, okay, cool. Cool. Is it clear? Good. All right, so yeah, so I'll pull the 0. Yeah, start here, and then I usually in front of it I've got the time frame that you should be on. So for example, for the second one, yeah, pop it on the 30 minutes, and then for the main chart 15, and but then obviously you can change those. Someone else wants to come in, so I'll just admit those people as well. Look, and Christine. Admit all. Sorry about that, guys, but obviously people are coming in, and yeah, they can join. Okay, so I start with that, and then I look for the divergences on the CVD. So this will be the CVD on here. So you've got that functionality just as you would on ExoCharts. And then I will then move to, for example, a higher time frame like the 4 hour. I like the 4 hour to draw the range. Let me just get rid of this and the volume, and then let's just make it slightly smaller. And then I like to just go onto the TPO and profile, which you can click on the F3 key on your keyboard. So it's quite quick to do, to pull up the profile, and then you do that. And I like doing it on a 20 tick. So set to 20, wait for it, and then you can double click on the price on the right and it should expand. And then you've got the whole range from drop all the way to where we are now. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna click on admit the remaining people they're waiting, and mute everybody as well. That's better. Okay, good. Yeah, so that's how I do the range for the TPO and the volume. So the gray one on this template will be the volume, and then the sort of like a brownish color will be the TPO, and then you've got the value area high, value area low, the gray for the volume, the yellow for the TPO. You can split those two in half as well if you want to. You can just go over to the settings, right click, and then you just choose. So if you want to just look at TPO, you press TPO, and then you've got just a TPO, so they don't overlap. If you just want to know that, or if you want to go to volume, you then go to profile, and then you should have the profile. And you can see how I did this one. I just left the sort of the border of it, so you can actually see the price. So it's quite neat, just like the one Daniel uses on I think it's Sierra charts. So that's quite nice to mirror that one. Okay, so we can remove this box. One tip on the order blocks that I usually hunt for, I like to go down and like find, for example, here you can see like those 3 candles. I'd class that as a big massive order block on the 4 hour. Obviously you're going to have like 4, 8. So you could do the range by just pulling up F3, and then you could just through the whole range, and then you'll have like the sort of a confluence area, and it's usually around the CC anyway. So if you pull a fib from low to high, it's probably got to be around there. So that's quite nice little feature. I just like how easy it is to just pull it up. So yeah, I'd use this one. If you want to look back more data, you can unclick this, go like say 60 days, so that it will load a few more days for you to have a bigger range. And then up here, you can then do the same. Go to the range tool, select your drop there. And then you know that if Bitcoin wants to go all the way up there, it's going to have, you know, those resistance. You can do the whole range, make sure the box is within the candles. Up to the last one there. So we could say 1700. Well, I mean, 11,700 is going to be a big area. That's if Bitcoin gets there. Just admit to another person. Okay. Just admitting someone else now, just quickly. Okay, so yeah, that's the one I used to do the range, and also to check for CVD divergences. It would be the 0 template, and then maybe we can go to template number 2, which is here, which I recently changed this one so that it actually shows the candle. So if I just change this to 30 minutes. If you see that there, this template, you can't actually see the daily candle there. So you wouldn't know, well, you can see by the open, these little yellow dots, the open and the close. You can see by that, but I made it a bit simpler. And number 6 now, this one with daily candles, it actually shows the candle of the day, which is a very, very nice feature to have. That's why I really like this template. So I know Linda was asking about it, Tiger, and and now you can see the actual candle printed for the day. So this is what current daily candle looks like. That's what yesterday's looked like. So it's really, like, if you're looking for like a for example a daily order block, you know, your eye will be quickly drawn down to, you know, that candle there, and that would be at 10,440. That would be your next sort of you know, order block top, because that's the things I like to look for. And then the blue little dot here, that is a single print. Daniel will definitely go over those when he does the TPA charts. And then above you, you've got another one up here, which is 11,180. You know, you can, you know, change the colors and do as you please as well. So it's quite nice. I always delete the price here, because I don't like to see the noise. As you can see, like we can't see the little candles, you know, the 30 minutes candles. But if you want to put them on, you can just right click, go to mode, and then go candles, and then they should propagate. So if you expand your chart, there's all your candles. And it's no surprise Bitcoin is finding resistance here around this level, because it's got the TPO for the day there. So it's quite cool. There's more people waiting, so let's admit them. But I prefer to see with no candles if I'm looking just for the proper levels, so to speak. So, you know, we know now that at 10,870, you know, if Bitcoin wants to go higher, it needs to, you know, break, you know, and find a support to then go to the next level. And then, you know, by just looking at these little 2 dots, you've got the open, the close and the open. So, you know, for that's a daily level, you know, on your chart, you'd have that as a daily level. That's 10,950. So that's why this template it's gold for me, in my opinion. And then the other thing I like to do with this template is, I'll just delete this line. Click delete, is you can go into the settings And then if you go into the actual indicator settings, you can choose the period to go from a daily to a weekly, and that will give you the weekly profile again with weekly candles. And but this one, it's not so good on the 30 minutes, which is annoying, but you can put on the 1 hour, so you should group the candles slightly a bit together. And at the moment, also on 20 tick, and you can see there's a single print done here. I'd look for your next weekly would be at 10,440, and then previous week POC, it's done here at between, well, you've got the TPO at 10 to 60, and then the volume is at 10 to 70. So that's a nice area there. Above you, all the way up at 11,630. And that is this template. If anyone has any questions, just pop them on the Zoom chat. Yes, 20 tick. On this template, yes. Just on this template, I use the 20 tick. It's easier to just put the price a bit together. You can use, 10, 5, 1, but then, yeah, I prefer 20. We can now move on to a different template. Let's go to number. Oh yeah, this is the one we use on similar to EXO. I tried to mimic with a VWAP. Let's go down to a 5 volume. Just waiting for the data to load. And then I'll show you guys how similar. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about ATAs. It needs to load all the data, and sometimes it can take a bit of time, depending on how many days. Oh yeah, there you go. It's because it's 60. So I'll probably have to change the template. Okay, it's trying to load all the data. That's a bit annoying. At home on my normal connection, this is quite, a fairly quickly, process. But we'll just wait a little bit in the meantime if anyone wants to fire any more questions. Is this what's FP chart as well? Does it have yeah, it does have open interest, but I would use EXO charts for that. I would say ATAs is better just to come in here, like if and when they add the buy bit, it'll be great for scalping if you just there. But then again, as we as traders become a bit more used to our strategies, you'll find out you'll be doing less trades because that's just how it kind of works in my opinion. So you'll be placing slightly longer traders. So it doesn't really matter if you use ATAs or if you use the interface, but yeah, it's great for scalping. This is annoying. It's taking forever to load the template. Do you use your TP or scalp template? I used to when I was trading on BitMEX, but now I don't have the account plugged into it. So these are the accounts, and they're turned off. I don't have any Bitcoin on there. Probably have enough to open a contract. Maybe let's have a look. Probably no. I need to wait for that. Can you quickly show us how to change the time zone in ATAs? That would be on the settings. I'll just try and move. Not sure if you can see that box, but it's in here. Yeah, in here you've got the time zones, so you can choose the exchange that you trade on there. So at the moment will be BitMEX. So, and then you just put whatever time zone you want. So you'll have all of those. So +1, -1. So just choose. So at the moment would be that. One thing that you should do as well when you start ATAs for the first time, On here, I'm not sure what setting it is, but I remember when I first started using it, it was the setting here was set to 100%, and that's the value area. So that's where you would change it. So if you want to see 100% of the value, put it, you can set it here. I've got it at 68. Sorry about the volume. It's because I had it on 60 days, so it's just loading all those volume charts. Usually it's really quick, but it's nearly there. Okay, there you go. So this would be the same as, well, not the same, but similar to what we do in EXO. So you've got the VWAP. So there's a VWAP, there's the delta bars, cumulative delta, and then obviously the DPO. So I've set it as, similar as I could. So you've got your value, high, low, and then TPO, volume, and then obviously the template. And with this template, when I was connected to BitMEX, you can just right click and then you just sell. Or if you have your keyboard and you've got this the hotkey set, you can just just market buy or market sell into it, and then obviously just go off at limits. That's what I was doing. But obviously now I'm waiting for Bybit to add this. The template, it's this one. This is number 3, I think it is. Yeah, 3. Yeah, 5 million. And I use this one, 5 million. So you've got the Delta, CVD as well, 5 million. And then you can set this yourself by going into configuration, and then you go to volume, and then you can choose and add whatever volume you want, and then the default days. So it's quite good that you can just configure this exactly how you want it. So it's quite amazing. I do like that. All right, let's move on to another template. So let's go to 4. Oh no, should change this to a daily really. There we go. So this one is for me to see where the clusters are. So that's the daily chart. Let's go down to a 4-hour. On a 4-hour, you've got all your candles printing, and then you can see, the volume. Just on here on the left, I like to go volume plus delta, and then it'll show you the 2 columns. So it'll show you that, for example, the POC of this 4-hour candle would be at 10,825 with a total volume of 19 million, and the delta is minus 2.7. And then I've got a few overlays of indicators. So you can see 1, 2. So that one will be showing the weekly POC. So the weekly would be at 10,870, which is quite good because that's where the daily one was as well, I think. So that's quite a nice confluence. So Bitcoin really needs to get above that if it wants to be a bit more bullish. But you can see all the candles here, like the profile where like the most traded volume has been. So this is really good to find exits and entries. And then you've got the value area up here. This is for the weekly profile. And then each little one here, the daily. So daily, 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 and weekly at 10,870. So you can see how good it is to identify, for example, so you can see the, you're on a 4-hour, yet you can see the daily POC of these 4 candles here, which is up there. So that's the daily POC, plus you can overlay the weekly range, and then you can see the weekly profile. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? So you've got 1 week starting here to now where we are. And then you've got the previous week down here, finishing here. So, and then the POC for that week it's at 10 to 70. So it's pretty cool, right? Admit. In template 04, I only see volume in the candle. Where do I choose to add the delta to it? Okay, so this template, if you right click and you go onto clusters, then you've got a little window here on the left. Can you guys see the window here? If you click on delta, you got just delta, or you can go volume and delta. And then on your keyboard, if you press control, it will, and then obviously use the wheel on your mouse, it will actually zoom in quicker. And then if you press shift, it will pan, pan up and down and left and right. So that's quite a good tip. So for example, if you want to go back into the candle, there you are. And then you can go up, down, and then this is on a 10 tick, because it's a lower time frame. So if you were like on a a monthly or daily, or I mean weekly, maybe 20, and then the closer you go down to the clusters, you want to probably put a lower tick level. Okay, let's have a look at another template. 5. This one is very similar to the one we just left, but it's got the chart champion signature of the monthly being purple, the yellow being the weekly, and the red, it should be really a blue, but it looks better in red, I think, being the daily. So you've got these naked POCs. So I go into this one just to see where, like the big levels are. And look again, 11,700 seems to be a good level of interest there, if price is to go all the way up there, which actually is that block there. So it's quite a nice confluence. So the big range here, so this would be the whole month, and then you can see also the week. So weekly, and monthly all together. So you've got all of these three kind of like naked POCs, and then if you want to see like past data and compare, you could go down. It usually goes 60 days, and it goes back and it prints all the candles, and then you can see like the respect that it had. So you can just zoom in. You can see the POCs and the respect of the candles, the value. I hope I haven't lost everybody. Do ask any questions if you need any questions. If you have any questions, do ask. The meeting will end in 10 minutes. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes. So let's move on to the next templates. 5, 6. Yeah, we've done the 6 one. Oh, this is something I'm testing. Number 7 here. I didn't share that one. I'm testing that one. But yeah, I would say the main one for me, it's this one, because in one glance, it gives you everything you need. From the opens to the closes, and it's just very powerful, this one. Even for my order blocks, because you all know I love order blocks. It will just show you. So we're on a 4-hour order block down here. That's the point of interest there. You've got a single print inside it. You've got the cluster volume at the bottom of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Any questions? I'll just quickly go down the list, see if there's any questions. Time zone, I did that. When you import the templates, it should automatically change to whatever the template was saved. What are the blue and yellow lines? The blue ones on this one is these little blue. I'll change it to the 30 minutes, because it should be on the 30 minute, because it's a TPO chart. So we can just make it a bit smaller. So you've got the 30 minutes. So the blue little icons down here, it's the single prints. So if you go into the TPO settings, it's all the way down here, single prints, and then you can extend these lines. So the next one, it's at 10,530, and very often they price those go back and feels that sort of inefficiency, so price will go, but it's not guaranteed. You could just go up instead and fill single prints above price. But yeah, it's just nice to have them in your chart or notes. And then the blue one, someone asked about the blue and yellow. The yellow here is the TPO POC, point of control. So time, price, opportunity. That's the yellow. And when you've got the gray one with the yellow one, the gray is the volume, and the orange yellow is the TPO. So when they're both together, that means price and time, confluent. And then the little dots, that's the close and open. Close and open, close and open, and this will be the close, which be somewhere there. We only have 10 minutes. Didn't you have a chance to show yeah, the template? Yeah, I think I've gone past them. So you've got the 30 minutes. Number one, did I go over number one? Maybe. I think there was one that was the main one that I use. That's right. But yeah, you should be familiar with this. So you've got the day. I've got the sort of daily range, so it starts here, finishes there, and then just frame my trades around the times and POCs, values, and etc. Yeah, I like this one as my main template. And there you go again, price being rejected by the 10,870, which I shared earlier. Not a signal. Cool. I think we have about 6 minutes left. Yeah, 6 minutes. Anybody else have any questions? How beautiful is Atos, eh? If you need to check the Igor block level in Atos, I have to import the last template you showed, the single print. If you need to check the Igor block level in Atos, I have to import the last template showed. Yeah, you could use that one, or any 4 hour, and I mean, order blocks can be found any time frame. Like for example, down here, the next one. Look how interesting this is. The next order block, bullish, it's at the value area low of the daily. So it's pretty cool. So nice confluence. So, and then if you want to pull a fib, you've also got the, you can go from low to there, and it's obviously not showing all the levels for some reason. But you can set this as you want. But yeah, so you've got the 61.8 and the top of order block plus the value area. So yeah, probably going to get a little reaction there. So yeah, I mean, that's the 30 minute as well. So order blocks, any time frame. Price is fractal, isn't it? So, okay, there's no questions. So I assume everybody enjoyed the templates rundown on Atos. I had one. Younes, go on then. What's your question? You've got, pressure is on, you've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You can always ask a question on the chat. I'm always happy to read above. Oh, Younes, do you prefer to trade on the exchange or Atos? Well, actually, I mean, Bybit is really, really good. I mean, the interface is amazing. And since I've moved away from BitMEX, I've been doing all the trades on Bybit interface, and it just works. It's good. But I still use BitMEX data and Atos every morning to come, and I go over my templates. So I will come in here, check the levels, do everything, and then go over to Exo, double check, because Atos will start the week on a Sunday and Exo will start the week on a Monday. So there's always like a slight different. Okay, there was another question from Younes. Do you prefer, no? What's the other question, Younes? Do you prefer to trade? No, that one. Younes. Ah, okay, that was it. Good stuff. But yeah, no, I do trade now on, I've been playing with the Forex and all it's good so far. So yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for coming on to this spontaneous stream. Any questions? Just ask me. Can't wait for the next live stream. Yeah, maybe. No problem, guys. Always happy to help. Yeah, enjoy the templates, guys. Honestly, it's really good, especially the 6, because you can see in one glance. It's like the Ichimoku cloud, isn't it? Like back in the days, you look at it once and you know exactly what's going on. You know where's your trend, where's your POCs. This is a daily, so obviously very strong. You also have the value. So for the day, you've got, for example, let's look at this candle here. You've got the value area low of the day at 10,710, value area high 10,870, and then volume 10,780, TPO, and etc. etc. So it's pretty powerful, this one. So do enjoy. Okay then, 1 minute left. Any last words? Is Tiago in here? Any tugas? Good stuff, guys. Right, see you in the chat. Thank you all for spending 40 minutes with me due to the Zoom restrictions. Thank you, guys. I'll stop now.